Okay, so let me start you off with a bit of a logic puzzle. Get this. You're the CEO of, say, the world's biggest commercial real estate company. You've just posted record revenue. I'm talking $11.6 billion,
Yeah.
up 12%. You are profitable. You are growing. And then, over 2 days, the market just evaporates billions of your company's value. Your stock plunges.
So my first thought would be, okay, there's some kind of huge scandal, a forensic accounting nightmare, or a sudden debt crisis, something catastrophic.
You think so?
Yeah.
But what I just described is exactly what happened to CBRE, to JLL, to Cushman and Wakefield. And the culprit wasn't dead. It wasn't fraud.
No, it was a story, a narrative. It was AI panic.
That's it. We've got a fascinating stack of reports today that suggest investors have basically stopped looking at today's balance sheets and started, frankly, freaking out about the future of the middleman.
And that's our mission for this deep dive, right? To figure out if that panic is actually justified. Is AI about to make the human property broker obsolete?
Or is this just one of the biggest market overreactions we've seen in a while? Yeah. Because the reaction, it was absolutely visceral.
Oh, it was a bloodbath. It really was. In the U.S., you had CBRE fall nearly 14%, and that was after dropping 12% the day before. JLL was down over 12%.
And it wasn't just a U.S. thing. It spread.
Right. The contagion hit London almost immediately. Savills was down 7.5%. Even IWG, the flexible workspace company, dropped nearly 9%. Investors didn't care about the specifics. They just saw human-led real estate and hit the sell button.
It's almost like the market is looking at these firms like their Blockbuster Video in, 2008.
Exactly. The streaming service, in this case AI, has just shown up to kill the rental store. That is the existential threat narrative in a nutshell.
And it's really hitting on two distinct fears, isn't it?
It is a double whammy. First, you have what they're calling demand destruction. The logic is, pretty straightforward. If AI replaces a ton of white-collar jobs, well, companies won't need all that office space.
Empty buildings, no deals to broker. Simple enough.
But the second fear is much more direct. It's disintermediation. It's aimed right at the heart of the brokerage model itself.
And this is the idea that the middle layer just gets automated away.
That's it. The market is basically betting that if an AI can analyze property data, model valuations, and structure leases, what are you paying that six-figure commission for? If an algorithm does the heavy lifting, the fees have to collapse.
That is the billion-dollar question. And here's where it gets really interesting. The actual humans who work in the industry think this is all complete nonsense.
They really do. We've got a great counter-argument here from Joe Dickstein at Jefferies. He called the sell-off incredibly overdone, and his exact words on AI-only brokers were a little ludicrous.
I have to say, that makes a lot of sense to me, because you can't algorithm your way through a complex zoning dispute. You can't code a solution to a politically sensitive negotiation.
No, and that is the critical distinction. Buying a skyscraper is not like buying 100 shares of Apple on an app.
Not a frictionless transaction.
Not at all. These assets are illiquid, they're high value, they're often incredibly bespoke. They require a human layer to manage relationships, egos, and just to hold the deal together when things get messy.
And the companies themselves are obviously doubling down on that exact view. CBRE's CEO is arguing this is an enhancement scenario, not an extinction one.
Right. They see AI handling the data grunt work, which makes their brokers faster, smarter, and more efficient. It actually improves their value, in their view.
So what we have is a complete standoff. The market is aggressively pricing in doom, right? The middleman is dead scenario.
While the professionals on the ground are betting on evolution, they just see AI as a powerful new tool to add to their toolkit.
It really feels like a classic battle between a terrifying story about tomorrow and the messy reality of how business actually gets done today.
It is. And the key thing to remember is that the market is repricing these stocks, not because deals collapsed this week. They didn't. It's because they are betting the entire business model is on a ticking clock.
Which leaves us, and you, with a pretty haunting final thought. Real estate might just be the first domino here. If the market is right about this, if knowledge and relationship jobs are just inefficiencies waiting to be automated away, then who's actually safe? Lawyers? Consultants?
Us. Let's just hope the market has got this one wrong.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll see you next time.